Welcome back to the video, guys, and this video I'll be doing some stuff on the Cavalier. So I actually put the doors back on right now. Had them off multiple times, but actually right now first thing I'm gonna try to do is try to wire up this light bar. And you don't know if I said or not, but I had this one mounted on the Cobalt. Is like on the bottom part of like the bumper. There's like a little section down there. It fit in there perfect. This one I ended up putting on here, and actually ended up doing the nut certs in there. Don't know if you'll be able to see it. Kind of like goldish shiny part there. Not soldered on each end, so it's actually threads it's not just bolted and nut on each side. So yeah, I'm gonna see if I can wire this up. And I think because I've got all the wiring and stuff right there, and I shortened the width for the Cobalt, and I don't think that I still have the wiring, the extra length, because when it came with the light bar, it came with lots of wire. And I cut it down for exactly how the Cobalt was, and I had it mounted upside down. So the wire right there on that end was actually over here. So I didn't need as long of a piece. So I need to run it from there up through here, attach a couple of them to the battery, and then also bring a couple of them to switch inside here, which I think I might almost maybe start with the interior here, because I might actually take a bunch of dash and stuff back out, because I think you can see right through there, it's cracked really bad and you can't get replacement stuff for this. So I might just tear out a bunch of the dash stuff and then see if I can just inset. I'm not sure if it's like the Cobalt, it'll have like a metal piece, a lot of flat metal in there underneath as like kind of like a 90-degree angle like all the way across. See if it's got one of those, see if I can just put switches in there. If not, I guess I'll have to figure something out. And also the windshield washer fluid pump. So here's the wire. So just be a two wire plug. Basically needs positive and negative. Basically just put on a switch. So I was gonna see if I could figure out the problem why it wasn't working, and I believe it is the switch on the inside. Actually right there. See, it'll focus. Anyways, brand new is like $100. I'm not gonna pay that. So I think I might just put it on a switch. And if I'm tearing apart the dash, I might be able to get to some of those wires and then just use, if it's actual switch, I can just take the wires from in there. I don't have to set up a whole nother wires, even though it would be fairly simple. It's 2 wires. All I'd have to do is run something through there, through the battery, and I've got switches and stuff, and I could relays, I could figure it out. But yeah, I guess I'll get to it. And actually, I think I'm going to start off with the interior here. So I'm going to pull out the dash, pull out a bunch of interior stuff, see if I can. And like radio, I'm not using that, and it's like some older thing. It's not like Bluetooth radios. So yeah, I think I might start on that, and hopefully I can get a bunch of stuff done. Alright guys, so this is what the dash looks like right now. Zip tied that up there. Some of these other hoses. This is completely different than like the Cobalt. The Cobalt. I was hoping it had like kind of solid metal. I think kind of like 90-degree like dash like underneath. And this just has like tubing there, one right here, and then some other like little support stuff. And then over there, I think there's some more. So I can't really, not really a good place to put like switch panel and stuff like that. So if one of these times, right now I need to drive it. That's why I kind of put it back together just as is. But yeah, I think I'll just continue with this video another time when I actually can tear it down more and wire in the light bar and stuff like that. And I might even just as is put, maybe a panel like right there, just like straight up, just like some metal, and just weld it on right there. And then just put holes for all switches and stuff on there. And also to hold the stuff for the AC. One of the switches also quit working out. I don't know if I did something a little weird with it, or gears or something was weird with gears, because it's a lot of mechanical stuff. It's not so many switches, because over on the other part of the controller stuff, it's like mechanical instead of like on my Cobalt it had like little servo type steel stuff. So yeah, got it just like this. I'm just gonna leave it like this for now. So yeah, I'll catch you guys whenever I can have more time work on this stuff and do body work and some more wiring. So yep. $100,000. That's crazy. All right, guys. So it is several months later, and we're back on the car. So what I stopped with last time was working on the dash, getting a bunch of stuff in, and it's been like 2, maybe almost 3 months, and it's still like it was when I left it. So now tonight we're gonna do some more work on it, but in the meantime, I believe I also uploaded that video already. But another reason why I wasn't able to work on this, working with my friend's Cavalier, that white one, swap the transmission out stuff, that took like a month. Over a month that we did that. And so yeah, now we're back on this and we kind of take care of some stuff. And then there's also, I'm also hoping to take care of one problem right now that I kind of have to take care of is the header seems to have about right there, I believe it is, seems to have a pretty decent exhaust leak. So just like a week ago, I took care of everything else in well, okay, right there, that 3-bolt flange, that thing was leaking really bad. And I did check that now, and that's not leaking. But that and everything back, I kind of checked, went over and made sure it wasn't leaking anymore, take care of all this stuff. And yeah, somehow I guess we'll have to take care of that, because that is kind of an issue. With the AC on or heater on, it'll kind of pull in exhaust fumes into the car, and even without, for some reason, it's still getting in there. So kind of a big issue. You need to take care of that, and probably take care of that, and then kind of see where it goes from there. I might do a little of body work and stuff. Now I'm not sure. See, there's a dent there. Different stuff all over the car. All these little marks and stuff have been there ever since the auction. I've never even taken any of this stuff off. Even, well, I think there's some stuff here. Don't mind that. That's also some auction number. I think that's whatever number it was. That actually, by the way, and I might upload that video first. I'm not sure. Actually, my friend and I were at actually dynoed his car in Elb, SQC tuning, and then went to the Elb Creek drag strip, and then that's what that's from. When you get tech in, you make sure they go over your car, make sure everything's safe to be on the drag strip. They just ask what number you want it to be, and I was like, I'll just have them put a 69 on there. So that, some more stuff from the auction, I guess, some sort of number, not sure what that is. And you can't see right now, the window's down, but just crank it up. Still has the mileage from when I got the car, 93,535. And yeah, it's a 2004 Chevy Cavalier. So 93,000 miles. That's pretty low. I think I already put that clip in the video here. After I got this thing kind of stuck back together, and that was like a month or 2 ago, maybe 3 months ago. Turned over 100,000 miles now, so it's just about 103,000 miles on it now. And yeah, see if I can take care of a bunch of stuff. I think I might also, while I'm in interior, pull out the headliner and some of these things here, forget what they're called. Pull those out because they're kind of torn and real nasty. I don't really pay attention to them, but they're kind of nasty. And I might also, while I'm at it, pull out the one last thing that's full of pet hair. This whole like back piece carpet. Otherwise, that might pull out all those plastic pieces. Not sure about that yet. And yeah, I think maybe do a little cleaning up on it. So yeah, I think with the headliner, when I pull it out, it might pull out the light right there. And I guess I'll be fine. I'll just wire in. I kind of want to put in some other lights I can just put on a switch real easy, find real easy when I get in there, because I've had the doors off multiple times. And there's a little switch, if I can find it, right there. Just when you open the door, it beeps around. I've had the doors off multiple times. I decided to just cut the wires so it wasn't messing with it, leaving the lights on. And so now when I get in after dark, I can't see anything because the lights don't come on when I open the door. So maybe take care of that while I'm at it. But yeah, I guess I'll get to the video and put up on time lapse just so it's not too boring. And by the way, because last time I pulled the airbags out, I'm probably gonna take off a bunch of the wiring. You can see yellow plug right there from that airbag, stuff on there. I might go back in the dash and take care of stuff with the airbags too. That'd be included in the stuff I'm gonna do. So, yep, guess I'll get to it. And another thing before I forget, comment down below. I really want you guys' feedback. Comment down below if the video quality is better. Basically, any part of the video after me showing the car touring over at 100,000 miles, because it's a whole brand new phone. My old phone was destroyed. So hopefully, at least all the videos I've seen, even the stuff with being with drag strip and all that, looking back the footage, it seemed to be way better quality. So comment down below if it is better, and there's still lots of settings I can mess around with, get even better videos. So, yep, really appreciate feedback if you guys could comment down below what it looks like, if it's better, worse. I hope it's better, but yeah. Alright guys, so I had mentioned there was an exhaust leak and I thought maybe something small I could weld up. So I actually pulled off, hopefully the wind noise isn't too bad, I pulled off all the stuff I'd coating this. And by the way, this is the Cobalt header. Same thing as this Cavalier one, exactly the same. I just put it on because it had all that header wrap on. By the way, it's fiberglass. I didn't wear gloves and now I'm terribly itchy hands, so that's header wrap stuff, a lot of fiberglass in it. But I decided to start up now to see where it was at. Oh yeah, and it picks up really well on camera, even almost better than in person. This thing is destroyed. Yep, crack there, crack there, crack there. Completely destroyed. So I do have another one sitting around here somewhere, I believe. Unless I just chucked it. Hopefully I didn't chuck it, but I think it's around here somewhere. Guess I'll have to find it, but I'm just realizing now I think I already threw it away, which actually is a really big problem. Hopefully I'll find it, and I can just pop it on there. If not, there's probably several of these cars in the junkyard I could go get header from now. But yeah, I think or I guess if I have to, I'll see if I can just weld it up. If I don't actually, if I already did check the other one. But yeah, then I'll have to get the thing on and get started. Oh yeah, and got out the heater core. So there's a couple holes down there, and I'll also have to block those off. But I figured what I'd do. This already has basically a foam piece here that kind of like seals it off. I figured what I'd do. I've got some metal here somewhere. See if I can find it. Okay, right down there. 1/8 inch steel, 2 big pieces of that. I think this should be long enough. If not, I'll have to go crossways on there. I'll just cut something out that's kind of the same size, and I might even nut cert it. I forget what I think they're called, nut certs, and just bolt it in from the engine bay side, and just tighten it up real good. And I think it should probably be good. So yeah, I think I'll be 2 next things because there's obviously can't really drive it. It does start. It's all fine. You know, kind of got some stuff back together. And you get coolant in it, and then I think that might be all for this. Alright guys, so I got the header out of the car, and so from the angle I could see these are the 2 main cracks right here. But, and there is still, I had kind of like painted them black, some header paint. That was a long while back because these are the headers from the Cobalt. But you go back here and this other crack comes around here, and then there's a couple more cracks there and there. And that might be all. But that's still, if it was just one crack here, and that goes like almost all the way around, I may have almost just welded it up, and I might still try just because I looked and I actually threw away the other header. Oh yeah, and I burnt out the gasket, and I'm missing 2 bolts for some reason. But yeah, I guess I'll just see. I need to run get gasket, couple more stuff. But I think I'm gonna try to weld it. But I think it's probably gonna get destroyed, and I need to order another header or something like that. The thing is, the aftermarket headers don't really work on these engines, just for the fact that like the older 2005 or is it 2005 and older on these, basically how you see what is it? Basically where the coolant tube or whatever goes behind the engine, across behind there, the thermostat is like kind of behind the engine instead of on the side. From 2006 and newer, like they're kind of on the side. But older ones, the thermostat's kind of on the backside there, and it's in the way for aftermarket headers because they always hit. They're always like kind of like right here, and this kind of goes up and over it. But on newer ones, the thermostat's kind of around the side of the engine, almost to the end. So if I go get a aftermarket header, I have to put on a newer coolant housing thermostat thing, which this is actually 2005 engine. It was in my 2006 Cobalt, which I ran into that issue. And actually, this is from that other red Cobalt I had for a while. And I actually swapped on this piece right here. So thermostat's right here instead of on the new ones. They're like right there. And so these have more space. That's actually 2010. Bolts right on. I might actually just. I was going to do that, but I didn't want to be pulling stuff off the engine yet because there's some other stuff I want to pull out of the engine. That'll be like probably like the next video once I get stuff around for that. Taking out some, I forget what they're called, but balance shafts, doing electric water pump, stuff like that. But I'm not doing that yet, so I didn't really want to tear into that stuff. So I'm going to see what I can do with this, see if I can weld it up. It's cast iron. Hopefully I can weld it with my flux core. It's a flux core MIG welder. It's a titanium 125, one from Harbor Freight. But see if I can do what I can with it. But yeah, and then hopefully fingers crossed it's not going to leak, and hopefully I can figure out what the deal is with this other two bolts missing. Alright guys, so I actually took the Dremel. I was starting to use the grinder flap disc and get some of this down. I think that's probably good, yeah, but I couldn't get everywhere, so I actually went along the crack and used Dremel with this little tip here. Not even sure what you'd call it exactly, more like a burr, but it's like a really fine tip. But did that, went along basically these cracks and kind of dug them out, I guess you'd say. And I'm not sure how far that one. I think it got to basically the end of that crack there. If not, I guess I'll have to figure out. But that one, right there, all the way around, just about all the way around. And now I'm gonna have to weld it up, and that's fairly thick still, so I'm gonna have to turn that welder up quite a ways, just see if I can get it to really get the heat in there and really penetrate it, and hopefully weld it up, and hopefully no exhaust leak after that. So yeah, I guess I'll have to get basically to start welding. Alright guys, so I welded it, and I actually went over both these again just now because it got real hot, and then it almost seemed like it cracked down the middle again. But I think I went over them again. I think they're good. Oh no, look at that, it cracked. Well, I don't know. At this point, and I was putting a good bit of heat in it to try to do it, but these things don't like they really want to be taken care of. So, man, it did crack again already. I don't know if I even gonna put it on the car, and I don't have another one. So, Man, I think I might honestly just might just leave it, and might end just going to working on some other stuff because I do have a bunch of wiring and stuff. So they might just leave this for now. It is what it is, and you can definitely hear. I don't know if you can hear it on camera, but you can still it's kind of cooling down. It's you can just hear how hot it was, and it just moving around and messing around with it. And even you look at the bottom here. So there's a big crack there. This one right here, because these are kind of separated. There's a right there, and right there. They're able to move, and that one's way off. There's a big crack there. It's just moving all over. That metal just got so hot, and that's probably why it cracked in the first place. Because I've gotten these headers like just about 1,000 degrees before, just ripping around, and I got out with that. I forget what it's called. Basically a heat temp gun, and it's almost at 1,000 degrees. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna have to leave that for now. Get onto some other stuff in here. I did actually get a bunch of stuff for wiring. If I do end up putting the battery and stuff in there, and just some other stuff, just kind of cover up the wiring. Kind of like so. A lot of it comes with like stuff like this, and I got some better stuff here. More like a braided wire loom. So hopefully that'll be a lot better. But yeah, I guess I'll have to. Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can fit the battery right there, because that's where actually the heater cord and all that stuff was sitting. And actually, first off, I need to take care of the holes in the firewall there, where the stuff for the heater core went through. And yeah, I think I'll take care of that one first, just because holes in the firewall. I need to take care of that, and then start working on the wiring. So yep. Alright guys, so I got a bunch of stuff done, and I think some of it may have been off camera, but I got intake on. Well, okay, so I got the belt on, got that on. I did actually start up for a little bit now just to make sure it rams, and it seems like it's all good. Still those holes back there. I actually kind of forgot about that for a second. I might just put duct tape over them for now, because I know I did that with my Cobalt, and it keeps everything out anyways. So might just do that for now, because there's some stuff I need to work on a bit later. And then this right here, so this piece in the middle here is actually a little extension that I got for actually over on this section over here, because that's the piece that came with it. So it came up here, went over here, and then kind of turned, and then I actually ended up buying this section to bring it out a little farther before I put the filter on. It's a cheap eBay kit, and I don't know, it's kind of weird, it didn't fit real good. I decided to just make it real short and put it here. So oil breather, fuel, vacuum line for the fuel, I think that's fuel return, I believe. And then here's the intake air temp sensor. And hopefully, I know you're not supposed to put too close to the opening, or the where the air is sucked in or sucked into the engine. So hopefully that all works. It's just an air temp sensor, so hopefully it's all good. But yeah, it actually worked pretty good. And I've got all these like nut certs that I used, because they were actually originally, and don't mind that right there, that was like intake air temp sensor. It's got the rubber grommet it goes in. That was one I was just trying out, but both of these are actually going to be in M10. I believe it's M10. Yeah, M10. And they kind of basically just screwed right in the little like fittings that were like in here. So that worked pretty good. And yeah, just a short little intake now. And I used to not run any filter at all, but I think I'll probably run it just like this. So yeah, I think next thing I need to do is, we know what I would have to do is put the seat in and I could drive it, but there's wires everywhere, and I needed somewhere to be able to put that dash and actually have it so it actually kind of sits where it needs to be. And this thing isn't just, I don't know if you can see it, but not just real sturdy. So I'm going to see if I can put the inner dash bar back in, but modify it a bunch. So it's mainly just the support brace that goes on each side. So there's like a little piece right over there. I don't know if you can see it. Basically one of those on each side here, and then right over there's like two mounting places, and then it kind of bolts onto the top of the steering column there, just kind of sturdy it. So I think I'd do that, and then cut out all the extra stuff that's around it, and hopefully that's gonna work. So I think that's the next thing I do, and I'll probably do it off camera just because it'll be hard to film. So yeah, and then once it gets stuff back in, I'll show you guys what it looks like, and probably gonna be all for this video. So yeah. Alright guys, so I got a bunch of stuff done. Yeah, obviously all that stuff was done earlier, but literally everything tied up to this side. All the stuff tied up there. I don't know if I'd showed the dash yet. All the dash bars are in. That thing's zip tied up top. Steering wheel's kind of in right now. I don't have that tightened up just because I want to go down the road and actually be able to see if the steering wheel's facing straight. So when I pulled, this thing is on as far as I can put it by hand, and it just kind of tightens up right there. And I already tried to pull it off as far as I can, and it doesn't slip on there, still on the spine, so just far enough. And then I brought the impact so I can just put it on, tighten it up wherever it's, wherever the perfect is, so it's straight. And yeah, everything, wiring, everything back there is all taken care of. Seats are in, all stuff zip tied off to the side. And I think that's probably all. And yeah, I think I already showed intake, some of that stuff, but that's what it looks like. So that's gonna be all for this video. Next video on this car, probably whenever it is, will be probably body work, or I think I'll probably do body work when I have this thing all torn down and do all the front, because he is damaged in this corner, shoved in that way and also kind of in that way some more. You can kind of see the bands around there. So from probably about maybe shock tower to shock tower, something like that, or something. We're doing just kind of like a tube front end on this thing, probably a cobalt radiator, all that sort of stuff, and I might do the turbo build too while I'm at it. But when I do that, I'll be tearing this thing all the way down, probably body work same time, doing everything kind of real nice, putting all the panels back on, and probably a little bit of a body kit. But whatever it is, I'll probably be opening the engine, making more power. But yeah, that's all for now. And I guess I'll see you guys on the next one.